this computer. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the January 18th new, what used to be a networking type call, is now going to be a bit more of a formal training and coaching type call. So I'm super excited for what we're going to create this year. We're going to start the call off with some really incredible wins that our company had. I'd love to hear a few from you guys as we go. Kelly's got a few things she's got to share, and then we're going to jump into a bit of a training today. I'm going to walk you guys through a sales script, and then we're going to walk through a few of your businesses to make sure you understand how to actually use this sales script in your business when you're talking about it. So it's going to be an action-packed call, very tangible, very takeaway. Kelly, you've got all the intakes. I can close that up. Great. Well, I wanted to start this call off with a bit of a bang. And one of the things that I wanted to share was that we ran a bit of a referral program throughout the holidays that brought in a few new people. And I'm happy to share that our lead referrer was Laura DeFranco. So Laura, thank you so much. You sent quite a few contacts. I know some of them are still coming in, even into the new year now. I have a few calls with people. I believe somebody, maybe Melissa or somebody, made another intro. I can't remember. There was a few other intros that came in that are still funneling into this year. It was kind of an awkward time where people are like, can we just chat in the new year? So there's still stuff coming in, but for the contest we ran, Laura, congratulations. You won that contest. I'll send you all the info and details so we can chat after. I got to chat with you anyways about some way cooler stuff. So absolutely loved the intro, guys. But one of the things that we said is that we were going to donate $400 from every referral that came in. And what I wanted to share with you guys is what we actually did as a group. So one of the first things we did is we went and bought, cool. I'm going to share my screen on and off here. So one of the first things that we did is we went and bought $400 worth of toys and donated them to a local toy drive. So I took the team there. You can see that's Jen. Some of you have met her. And we went with her and her daughter and her mom, and we went and bought $400 worth of toys and donated them to our local our local toy drive here. And it was an absolute blast and an incredible experience for Jen and her daughter and her mom as a family to get to come and basically just go on a shopping spree for any toys they wanted. We picked out some of the names. That's what those things that say CFAX in the middle are for. It's some of the names of the kids that we went and supported and helped. So that was one of the really cool initiatives that we did. I'm in the midst of making a reel about it, but haven't got exactly to making it done. The second big thing that we did is you guys will hear our guest speaker this month. His name is Kevin, and he runs an initiative called Give a Mile, where you can actually sponsor miles for people to fly. So we actually took the majority of the money and we sponsored a flight for a lady and we helped her fly. So before I share that, I don't want you guys to read it just yet. So Give a Mile, basically, it helps people go see their family members in need that are in hospice and they can't afford to go see them. So over the holidays, they run a campaign to try and help as many families as they can. And so we said, hey, we'll happily take on one person. So we helped one lady fly from Seattle to Detroit to go see her ma, as she calls her. It's not her actual mom, but it's the person that basically raised her, and to go see ma. And her ma is in hospice and is likely not going to survive. And I want you guys, I'm going to read you the message, but I want you to see the impact that we had as a group. So this was the message that she sent back to Give a Mile. Thank you so much. This is for the men who generously donated their miles so that they could help say goodbye for Ma. I haven't been able to see her for so many years, and this means so much to me. Your kindness and generosity will never be forgotten. I will carry this act with me. Without you and this charity, I wouldn't have got to spend time with my family during all of this. Ma's birthday is coming up this weekend, and her favorite holiday is Christmas. I'm going to try out some of her recipe cards while I'm there to bake some classic goods with her and so she can enjoy it. If we are lucky, maybe we'll even get a family picture with Santa. I know she's anxious to see me and has been asking for me since her hospitalization and transition to hospice. I hope you know what you have done for us with the greatest gift anyone could give. You gave us the gift of a love and memories that I will get to keep for the rest of my life. Thank you, and thank you so much for what you did. It brings tears to my eyes. That's what we did, crew. Because of your referrals and your support, we went a little bit over the top. This lady has some anxiety and was nervous to fly. She didn't want to do layovers, and she really wanted to fly in certain hours of the day. She didn't want to fly at night and all this stuff. And the lady's like, look, this is pretty over the top. You can do whatever you want. Well, we flew her direct, and we flew her in the hours that she wanted. It was a little bit more expensive, but because we had the donations and committed to it, we did that. And guys, we got no tax receipt for that. We just committed to buying the flights. So that's the impact that we made there. And then one of the last things I wanted to share with you guys, a lot of you know that I volunteer my time, and part of that comes from my consulting company. But one of the things we did is we consulted to help our friend Sammy Torres from Baseball Face Cares, who's a member of this group. This is one of the little boys that we started sending baseballs to overseas to underprivileged communities. And so he goes into organizations and groups and gets them to write affirmations on baseballs and sends them over to underprivileged kids. And so this was one of the balls and the impact that he made with sending them over, and got to share these photos with a bunch of people that wrote on them. But a very cool initiative that we as a company got to do over the holidays was help Sammy plan and create this incredible initiative that he launched and did. So that's how I wanted to start the call, by just showing you guys what the true impact is of just being a part of this community, by just signing up, by just being a part of it. And there's a lot more that's going to come out in the next few weeks of impact that we've made from this community, but wanted to start there. And then the next thing that I wanted to do is pass it over to our community manager, Kelly. So some of you have met Kelly before. I'm pretty sure she's had a one-on-one with everybody in this group. If you haven't yet, please reach out to her. Kelly's been a huge instrumental component for us getting this community off the ground. And I called her the other day and said, hey, Kelly, do you think you could just give some words of inspiration to start the year for everyone in the community? You've spoke to everyone, you know a lot of these people, and would you be able to just get them fired up for our first call of the year? And she said, absolutely. So with that, with some shaky hands from you guys, we'll pass it over to Kelly.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much. And yes, I have had the good fortune of meeting most of you. I've got some scheduled, some still coming up. So those of you I haven't spoken with directly one-on-one, I'm looking forward to it. And for those of you that are not here live right now and you're listening to the recording, I'm talking to you too. And yeah, I just wanted to open this, first call of 2024. Some of you on this call, as I look around, you've been here since day one, and some of you, this is your day one. This is your first call with us. So I want to welcome everyone. And that last picture that Randy showed, actually, I didn't see these pictures ahead of time, or the shares that were happening, but I don't know if you noticed on the baseball was written, "Feel the Dream." And that's actually kind of what I wanted to just talk about quickly here at the top of the call, is that, if you look around the screen and just look at the faces that are here with us today, and think of the folks who are not here on this call. There's a whole bunch more of us as well. I know sometimes these midday calls or early morning, depending where you are, can be tricky to make, but I just want to invite everyone to just kind of take a deep breath, because we all run in here, we're running from one meeting to the next, but give yourself a breath, take a deep breath in, as deep as you can, and out slowly. And just look at all the faces that we're here together with today, and just presence yourself for a minute to this incredibly special tribe of people that you have chosen to align yourselves with. Those wins that Randy just showed that we were able to accomplish, by the end of 2023, our first year kind of in action, that is just the beginning. That is just the beginning. And we are here, part of this incredible group of not just super smart and successful business people, but everyone you're seeing here right now is, we have huge hearts as well. You're all here because you want to build a successful business that supports you and your own family and your own dreams, but also at the same time helps to support other people in the world and helps to support the dreams of people who maybe can't or don't have the means to do it themselves, like the examples Randy just shared. So, you know, I think we can all feel in all the conversations I'm having in all different circles of people, we're all sort of feeling like the world is really changing. We've been through a lot as humanity the last few years. And I feel like right now, you know, there's so many conversations going on about the state of things in the economy and politics and everything. And some of these things can feel heavy sometimes, but I love being part of this group because these people, you who have brought yourselves here, you are the folks that are creating your own economy. You are creating your own reality. We are all collectively creating such a beautiful impact in the world, and we are just starting. And I'm just so excited for everything that we're all going to accomplish, both individually and collectively this year. And I want to share a quote that has been a favorite quote of mine for a long time. It's from, some of you may have maybe familiar with her, Margaret Mead. She was an author and speaker, cultural anthropologist in the 60s and 70s, which some of that was before I was alive, but you know. But the quote is, she said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has." And, you know, the things that are going on in the world, the things that, you know, we're trying to, the problems that we're trying to help tackle sometimes feel really big, but it's literally just through every single individual doing whatever small thing you can, whatever big thing we can to make the difference in our part of the world, in the causes that catch our heart. And so I just want to honor and recognize the beautiful hearts and souls and minds that are here in this group. I'm excited to watch this movement grow. And I just can't wait to see where we take this in the coming year and beyond. So thank you all for being here. And yeah, you all, as some of the initial founders, have lifetime access to this group, right? So this is not, don't even think of this as just this year, you know, think of what we can do over the course of the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. We can accomplish so much together. And I'm so excited for us to be here helping and supporting and inspiring one another. So let's go 2024. Back to you, Randy.
Thank you, Kelly. And I love your kind words there, Kelly. And the quote is amazing. I've heard that one a million times, and it never doesn't just sit home when it's shared. I want to open it up for 5 minutes or so for anyone that wants to share a win that they had in the same kind of caliber, some impact they made, a story they want to share. I don't want to go into a ramble of a 15-minute story. Truly just about the impact. I just shared 3 or 4 things in 5 minutes. So if you can share in 2 or 3 minutes just something that had impact for you that you've been able to make, I don't want to say like necessarily like over the holidays, but just over the course of the past few months, something that resonates, something that's strong for you, or an impact you made. It's just meant to, this isn't how every call is going to go, guys. This is our kickoff call to the year, and I'm going to get into the training in a second, but I just want to leave us inspired to really show what this group is capable of. So we'll start with Derek, and if you have something that you want to share about an impact you made, or somebody you've helped, please just put your hand up. And it doesn't have to be huge, guys. It can literally just be sending a baseball to a child in a third world country, or making a simple donation. It's about the feeling you get when you give. Derek, you're up.
Cool. Hi, everybody. It feels like I'm seeing my family again, so this is nice. I'm glad to be reconnected. I think just 2 really quick things. First, to leverage off Kelly, off your comment about the small group of people. I had my first post ever go viral, and it's fucking annoying, just so you know. I had a post that hit it's at 2.6 million accounts reached right now, and over 1.8 million views. And it does no better than being connected in a room with 12 people. I would much rather be in the room with you 12 people, because we get each other, we understand each other, we care about each other, and we're passionate about each other. The stupidity in the comments, the ignorance, that kind of crap that came out, the cool thing is, what it made me understand is that I don't ever want another post to go viral. I want to reach the community and the people that I know and that I love and that I care about. So that's amazing. Really quick update on the everyday human front. We had a call this morning with a company that has 134 clinics across the country, and it looks like they're going to be signing up with us, which means essentially 0.25% of all of their revenue is going to be given to charities and causes. And it's because of this community that is happening, and the support from you guys and the conversations that we've had. So just, I can't wait for that impact, because that means 134 businesses that are all small businesses across the country are now going to have additional cash flow opened up so that they can give more in their community. And yeah, it comes from our group. So
Beautiful.
I love you, and I hope nobody goes viral, because it sucks.
Can you share quickly about the grocery store impact
For
that they
sure.
had?
Yeah, so really small example, but big impact. So in our little town, we're only 1,400 people full time, but we're a resort community, so we get lots of visitors. We brought one of these, our little grocery store, into Everyday Human. And so it opened up cash flow for them to be able to give back. And what they did at Christmas was they filled 10 bags of groceries, and they put a post on our little community page, and they said, we know that, you know, things can be tight around Christmas. If you need a bag of groceries, please pop in and pick one up. And about 2 days later, they said, oh my goodness, that went so well. We've got 15 more bags of groceries. If situation's tight for you guys over the holidays, please come back or come by and pick up groceries. And it was because of the cash flow that we freed up inside their business that they were able to give. And we don't get credit, and I don't want it, and I don't care. But what this did for that little grocery store was made it a more meaningful part of our community. And we have 2 little grocery stores in the community, but guess which one's really busy right now? So it's cool. I feel blessed to be able to be creating scenarios where other people can give. It's the best.
Amazing. Thank you, Derek. And if you guys didn't know, Derek is also a community leader here. He's going to be driving a lot of stuff. We just talked the other day. I think he's going to be stepping in and maybe building a podcast as well underneath the GoBigToGiveBig brand and doing some really cool things. If you don't know Derek's brand, he helps merchant processing. So anytime you swipe a credit card, there's fees. He helps cut those fees down by half and then ask the person to donate a portion of the saved money to charity. So he's saving them money and then asking them to donate a portion of that saved money to charity. And so now when he gets 130 clinics on, that's 130 transactions that they do per day per company that is going to be saved that they can then use to donate. So essentially that's what he does, help merchant processors save their fees, or companies save their fees with the merchant processors and ask them to donate a portion of that back out. And then Derek donates from it as well, from his portion of the profit that he makes from getting them to switch over. It's like a win-win-win. So if you know anyone that's in merchant processing that could save fees, Derek's company is going to absolutely change the world. We'll do one more quick share here, and then I want to get into our training. Erin, you are up.
Well, first and foremost, Derek, way to lead from the front. Love your heart and what you're doing to transform and change lives. I think it's awesome. It can be as big as what Derek just had or something. I think that I wanted to share is just a reminder that each of us have influence, right? Especially since we have giving hearts, people are attracted to those that have good, clean, pure hearts. And so just sharing, one of the things I did last quarter, which I may have already shared previously, is spurring on others to give, right? So mine was, the last thing I was at was for sex trafficking. And I stood up and said, look, I'd love to give $12,000 if I can get 2 people to match me. And that created the spiral effect and spurred others on to give. So I just wanted to remind you that we each have influence mightily, especially when it comes from a good, clean, pure heart. And so I just challenge myself as well as you guys to join forces and really be that fire starter out there. Don't be afraid to. So thanks for sharing, Derek. Love that.
Thank you, Erin, for sharing that. And it's a perfect transition to where I want to go with today's call. One of the things that I shared about last week on one of our last calls was some messaging and marketing from an email that I received that I thought was maybe lackluster in how they were sharing about their giving initiative. Oh, my computer is freezing. So there's going to be challenging. And so I was going to share it with you guys. Oh, it's going to work here. Hold on one sec. I just wanted to show you the email that I was talking about. So I went over this last week. I've now put it into a slide deck, but essentially when we talk about our giving initiatives, oftentimes we're so scared to talk about it. And here's one of the initiatives. This was an email campaign that I got. And a lot of you have seen this, so I'm not going to go deep into it, but they shared about a new opportunity they were creating called the Silent Night in their programs. But at the bottom here, they put these tiny little dots that said, a portion of proceeds from Silent Night will be donated to Mustard Seed Food Bank. And when I asked 50 people, I had probably about 20 people on a call that I asked, and I sent it through emails to a bunch of other people. 100% of the people said they felt that this was an afterthought. They thought it was something that they just went, yeah, I don't know if this is actually something that they care about. The next thing they asked was, what is the mustard seed and why are they supporting it? And then the third thing they asked is, well, how much are they donating? Are they donating a cent from everything that I do? Or are they donating 50% or 10% or 100%? And so when we talk about how proud we are with our giving, what I share privately, I don't talk about. So you guys don't hear about what I share privately or what I do privately between my wife and I and how we give. But what you do hear is publicly, where I share about Give a Mile and the toys that we donated and the companies we're supporting, because I want to inspire more people to do the same. And that's what Aaron was just sharing, was about when we talk about our giving and when we're unapologetic about our philanthropy, we actually inspire other people to come in and do the same. And I know Laura DeFranco is another example of that. She's been talking consistently lately about her philanthropy and the impact she's had of the world around her and the people around her, is that she's inspiring more and more people to give and give and give. And that's having a ripple effect. So I want you to think about this next time you're sending an email or posting or scared to post about your giving initiative. One is be proud of it and be joyful of it. What I suggested and what I'm going to build for my next slide after this one that I haven't got to is going to be, so what should it look like? So it might look like Silent Night in partnership with the Mustard Seed Food Bank, right? Now that heading has caught my attention of, whoa, there's some purpose behind their new initiative. Then it might look something in the middle where we talk about, and the reason why we've loved working with the Mustard Seed Food Bank is because during the holidays, it's one of the hardest seasons for eating, or one of the seasons of giving. And we believe that everyone should have a meal in the holidays. And that's why we chose the mustard seed, because they provide food to people that are homeless and need shelter or need food. Cool, now I'm involved in that, right? Now I'm attracted to it. And then at the bottom, they should say something along the lines of, and that's why we've donated $100 from every person that signs up for our Silent Night retreat to the Mustard Seed Foundation, right? Now, when you read that, it's the same messaging. You're still talking about what you're trying to market, but we're now talking about it as it's part of our mission. Every time that somebody signs up for this, this is the impact that happens, and this is why we believe in it, and then we're unapologetically promoting it. I didn't say you start by saying, we give to the Mustard Seed Food Bank for everything that we do with Silent Night. Oftentimes, when we lead with giving, it detracts people because they think you're trying to scam them into buying their products by leading with giving. So you have to lead with the value you want to bring. So you have to lead with your product, lead with the service, lead with why you're the best. So they led with Silent Night, which is great. It caught my attention, but it should have been Silent Night in partnership with, or creating impact with, right? Are you guys seeing a little bit of that sample there of when you lead with impact, it's too aggressive. When you put it at the bottom, it's not enough. So we have to find a way to weave it into the conversations that we're having. And so where I really want to go with this today is I'm going to send this to everybody in the community. This is something that I created a little while ago that I haven't shared with anyone because I've been fine-tuning it and tweaking it. But oftentimes I talk about the sales process of a for-purpose or giving initiative organization. And I'm just going to walk you through this document, and then we're going to go through and do some live samples. But the sales process for a business that has a for-purpose initiative involves not only promoting your products and services, but effectively conveying your message, values, and commitments to making a positive impact in society. So based on the Comb Consumer Report that I think I've shown all of you, if you haven't seen it yet, you haven't spent enough time with me, because it's probably the number one thing that I talk about. 89% of consumers are likely to buy from or switch brands to one that has a given component that they offer equal quality of products. And if you guys don't believe me, look at this. This is all part of the presentations that I deliver. Right here. 89% of consumers are likely to switch brands to one associated with a good cause given similar price quality. So when you talk about your impact, you're likely to draw 89% more people your way, right? You're likely to talk and you bring them your way. It gets even crazier as we start looking at the positive images they have, the trust they have, and their loyalty. But it gets even more crazy when we start looking at millennial females. If your demographic includes millennial females and you have a 95% of having a more positive image of your company for just having a giving initiative, or 92% are more likely to trust your company, you are doing a disservice by not talking about your giving initiative, because you're letting them go work with a company that they don't believe or trust in compared to yourself. And the other thing I want to go over quickly is, how is this going to relate to you? So, and some of you have seen these slides, but it's a good reminder. I go through this basically like 3 times a week, and it reminds me every time of why this is so important. So when you have 2 people that are selling similar products, right? They offer similar benefits, similar pricing, and similar terms. Person 1 does not give back, person 2 does give back. Based on 89% of consumers wanting to work with the one that does have a giving initiative versus one that doesn't, 89% of your clients are more likely to go to the person that has a giving initiative. Well, when you get more clients and you have a giving initiative, it means you're going to make more impact. When you get more clients, it means you're going to make more income. And when you make more income and you have an impact initiative attached to it, that means you're going to make more impact. And when you start making more impact and sharing about it, you're 4.5 times more likely to get referred. And when you start getting 4.5 times more referrals, it takes you back up. And along the way, you create happier employees. And as we continue to repeat this cycle, it just gets ingrained to what we do. But that's how we see exponential growth in our business. So now we're using marketing from our impact to grow our business and make more impact. So if you're scared to share about the impact that you're making, you're actually doing a disservice to yourself, your audience, and your product for the impact that you can make in the world. So I like to say that in the way of, if you had, if you were working with children in sex trafficking, right, and your business was attached to it, and you had the ability to get 89% of more clients coming your way if you had talked about your giving initiative for supporting those kids. Let's say right now, just for example, you sell a product and $100 from every product goes to supporting kids, and $100 will save a child from sex trafficking. So if you sold 10 products, that means you get to help 10 kids get out of sex trafficking. And say you didn't talk about anything, you just sold 10 products. Well, now you talk about your giving initiative and you're able to scale that to 20 people because you get 89% more people, more clients, and more referrals coming because of it. Well, now you're able to help 20 kids. So when the impact becomes, or when the goal becomes about building the impact, not your business, you forget all about the worries of talking about the giving initiative in your business and what might happen. And you start thinking about, well, if I talk about my impact and I get more clients and I get more money, that means I'm going to help more kids. And if I have the opportunity to help 20 kids that are going through sex trafficking versus 10, it's a no-brainer and an obligation and duty for us as entrepreneurs and capitalists to take that opportunity to get more people into our products and services because of the impact we make. That's the rant that I wanted to give you guys today. And this is the impact of how you do it. So we talked about the percentage of people. So this means that by sharing our giving initiative in our sales process in the correct way, we're likely to increase our ability to close more people, which means we're able to make a bigger impact. And this is the proprietary sales process that I created. It's one of the first things I ever created in GoBigToGiveBig, because I realized how impactful it was about sharing the impact that I was making. So the first thing we do, and guys, take notes on this because we're going to go through your businesses. This is going to take me about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to literally go through this with some of you so that you have this script built in your business leaving this call. I'm going to pause for 1 sec before I do that. My commitment this year is that every single person that comes into Go Big to Give Big gets a giving initiative into their business within the first, few months of coming into our products. I don't ever want to be known as the guy that speaks about giving initiatives. I want to be known as the guy that changed the game. And I want GoBigToGiveBig to be the platform that I do that in. And I've spent a lot of time talking about what we're doing, but I haven't spent a lot of time actually helping you implement it into your businesses and making sure that every single one of you has the support you need. And that got clear to me over the holidays as I interviewed a few of you and asked some questions. And I realized some of you still didn't have giving initiatives in your businesses. And that's on me for not putting that forward more. So that's, I wanted to stop sharing my screen because I truly want you guys to feel that. That's the impact that we're going to make this year, is that every one of you, I don't care if you have a business, I don't care if you do it personally, I don't care where it lands, but is that you have some sort of impact initiative in your life. And it goes to as far as spending $100. A lot of you have heard my explanation. $100 in 90 minutes can buy you more happiness than just going out for dinner. And you can use that to go feed the homeless or support the SPCA or donate to child sex trafficking and see the impact that you're getting, because that's what's going to inspire you to do more in life. Okay. So that's why we've changed these calls a little bit to go into training, and why I'm going to be so aggressive in how I teach you about it, and why I'm going to make you get on calls, and why I'm going to call on you. Even though you hide in the corners, I see you. And just because you're hiding doesn't mean you can kind of just float around here. This isn't the group where you just kind of sit in the back and watch what happens. I'm going to call on every one of you to say, cool, James, I want to build that giving initiative in your business. Let's do it right now, live on the call, so everybody can see. And then that way you get that built in. But now Melissa's watching, goes, holy shit, I actually could put that into my business pretty easily. Why don't I just do the exact same thing? Coaching is not meant to just be one-to-one. When you group coach people, everybody learns. I've been a part of so many group things. Okay. So now we're going to go into this sales process of what I wanted to create for you guys. So you can see my screen here. So the first thing you do is you share what you do. So in this step, you focus on the keywords of your product or service and what you do. I built this as a photography one, but you can literally just substitute the things that are underlined here or the word photography for your business. So an example is, I run a photography business that specializes in doing pet portraits for their owners, right? Hey, my name's Randy, and one of the products that I do is I run a photography business and I specialize in doing pet portraits for their owners. Great. Then you explain your service and why you're the best at what you do. Guys, this is sales 101. This is just your pitch, right? Once you have their attention of what you do, because they have to want to hire you for your service, you have to become the best at what you do so they want to hire you. So you might say something like, and one of the things we do is we create very intimate and special experiences for you and your pet, where you can capture some of the best moments and have them back to you in less than a week, right? So if I can get my photos done, I'm going to capture it with my pet, and then we're going to have it back to you in a week. Great. That sounds like a service that I want to hire. I have a dog and I have a wife. You can imagine that if I got photos for them, it would be amazing. And if I got them back in a week, I'd be stoked. So now I'm interested in the business, right? This is basic sales. This is what I consider the know factor of know, like, and trust. Okay, these two here. Now people know who I am and they know what I do. This is the like factor. So I have this down here. So steps 1 and 2 are the know factor. Let them know who you are and why you're the best at what you do. Steps 3 and 4 are the like factor. As somebody learns to like you, they want to buy from you, right? Know, like, and trust is the basic core principles for selling. Well, once they know what you do, this is where so many other people in the sales industry miss, is their like is they try and talk about their product more. My like is that I talk about the impact that I make. So then we go into here where we talk about the concept of our giving initiative and is an integral part of our business model. And you explain how it works. So then that concept now would be like, here's who we are, here's why we're the best. And one of our favorite parts about our packages is that for every client we work with, we help feed 5 dogs for a month through our local animal shelters. Well, when I talk about the 89% of people wanting to work with a company that has a giving initiative, no, like, when I talk about my giving initiative, 89% of people like me more. And if you're a millennial female, 95% of people are more interested in what I'm doing because of it. I just attracted 95% more like from millennial female. If I'm talking about pets and dogs to millennial females, you better believe I have a really good chance of capturing their attention now when I share about the impact that I'm making. Everyone's following along so far. If I get a few head nods, I can make sure everyone's following along. I'm hammering this with you because I want to go through a few businesses. And then the fourth thing we talk about is what it means to you. So here's the impact and here's what it means to me. And the reason why is because everyone wants to be relatable. When people can relate to you, they want to buy from you, they trust you, and they have that built-in factor of like, oh, I understand this person better. So then I would say this means something to me because my dog has helped me through some of the toughest times in my life, and knowing that I can help feed other dogs and give them hope that they can too find an owner one day makes me so happy. How many of you don't feel like smiling when you hear that? You're like, oh, okay, you win, Randy. You win, the hard impact of the year because you want to go help dogs. Great. Now somebody's really invested in what I'm doing. They want to be a part of my mission because it's so impactful of what I'm doing. And then the last thing we talk about is the close. And that's where you invite them to be a part of your mission. So instead of saying, do you want to buy my product? You might say, so are you interested in getting some of the best photos for you and your pets at a very quick turnaround, but also joining me in my mission to help feed animals and get them into loving homes? Right? Now I've invited them to be a part of my mission. I didn't sell them a product. I invited them to join my mission. So as we go through that, it might look or sound like something like this. Hey, what's up? My name is Randy Mullen, and I run a photography business that specializes in doing pet portraits for their owners. We create a very intimate and special experience for you and your pet, where we capture some of the best moments and we get them back to you in less than a week. But one of my favorite things about our packages is that for every client we work with, we help feed 5 dogs for a month through our local animal shelter. And that means so much to me because my dog has helped me through some of the toughest times in my life. And I know that if I can help feed other dogs and give them hope to get to an owner one day, that they could be just as happy too. And that makes me feel so warm and fuzzy inside. So are you interested in not only just getting some of the best photography and getting such a quick turnaround, but also joining me in my mission and helping feed more animals and getting them into loving homes? How many of you want to join my photography company now? Nobody. I don't see any hands. How many of you want to join my photography company now? 2. How many of you want to join my photography company now, right? I think you guys understand what I'm trying to get at here. When we get the know, like, and trust factor around this sales process, and you don't do that in a 30-second pitch like I just did, you do that in a 30-minute sales call where you start talking about your product and why you're the best for the first 5 or 10 minutes. And then you go into the giving initiative and say, yeah, and also I didn't even share this, but one of the most amazing things is, because remember when we talked about the newsletter, we don't want it to be the first thing we talk about because then people are turned off. We want them to be inspired by our product, but then we want to talk about it and weave it into our conversation, right? And we love doing this kind of stuff. And then I might talk about pets, right? And so one amazing thing is that we work with pets. Do you have a pet or a dog? Great, amazing. Tell me about your dog. Tell me about your pet. I'll get them invested in it. Oh, cool. I'd love to learn more about your pet. Amazing. Well, that's why we do this initiative. Well, the reason why I do this initiative is because I have a dog and I just love my dog to pieces. And I can't stand the fact that there's dogs out there that just aren't getting fed right now. So I want to make sure that I incorporate that into my business because I realize the more income that I make, the more dogs I can help. And that's why I really got into growing my photography business right now, is because I realized that the more people that I can take photos with, the more dogs I can help. Right? So now we're starting to build that into our conversations that we're having for sales. And then I would close it out by saying, look, we had such a great call today. I know you're really interested in the photography that I offer, but would you also be interested in partnering and joining us and helping feed dogs so that we can help solve, or so that we can help as many dogs as possible, right? Cool. I'm going to send out that sales script for you. But what I want right now is to go through 3 or 4 of your businesses and create the language in the sales script for you so that it's super easy and super seamless. I can do this in any second with anybody because it's the exact same formula that we do for your product or service. So if anybody, I'm going to allow a volunteer first before I start picking on some people. You don't have to have anything built. I can do this for you. I just want to know someone that has a clear, concise product that they want to offer and a mission that they want to solve, right? If somebody wants to do that, you don't need a charity yet, Melissa. We can create that for you. Well, cool. There's a few hands there. So we'll start with Aaron, then we'll go to Mike and Corey, and then we'll go around to Melissa. Great, this is amazing, perfect. We've got people. It's always the scary thing when you say, hey, I'm going to do this training, and then nobody raises their hand and I have to start picking on people. So great. Aaron, hit me. What sales process can we build this for in your business?
Yeah, so we sell shipping containers and we convert them into tiny homes like Chip and Joanne. Think of Chip and Joanne, that's what we do to them.
Yep.
And don't laugh, because the way you just went through all of that, I'm like, he's money. Like, holy crap, he's got it dialed. I do not have anything dialed, hence my ask for help. So I'm being vulnerable and putting myself up on the totem pole. So,
Cool.
yeah, so basically we started small with just like 3 of these in 2019, built them up as for my kids so that they could have little income streams and learn how to get in the space of real estate investing. And so they took off like wildfire. We did them as Airbnb, and then I expanded the vision, and I've created a couple shipping container tiny home retreats and brought in other investors of mine. And so now, 3 years ago, we had it in-house and we had a third party that was building them for us. And now we've brought everything in-house. So we're just getting ready to launch.
What value add? So again, guys, I'm just taking what she said and building the sales script for it. Cool. I build shipping containers that are hosts for Airbnbs, right? Let's just keep it simple on these calls. We can go way deeper, but it's meant to just be an example. Hey, my name's Aaron, and I build and ship shipping containers to your house that you can use for Airbnb. What's the value add in that quickly? Is it that it's cheaper? Is it?
Yeah, so we can get them to you in less than 30 days. And really, we're taking it, instead of the Airbnb, we're helping solve the affordable housing issue that we have across the world. So I don't want to do them as Airbnbs. People can, but I'm really passionate about now taking it and really helping to create communities of these and having lower rents that people can actually afford.
Anybody in the market? Cool. And so you want to, I know a little bit, so I'm going to kind of help in here. So, and I'm going to walk through, guys, I'm live doing this so you can see how it works. Hey, my name's Aaron, and I build and ship shipping containers that you can put in your backyard to help affordable housing or create more affordable housing. So in less than 30 days and for a lower price than anybody else, you could have a rental property in your backyard, right? That's essentially what it is. Great. So then where's the impact come into that, right? Where it says that I'm gonna make sure that I kind of half share my screen here as we go through this. So that was 1 and 2 of what we just created. If my computer, there it is. 1 and 2. Hey, my name's Aaron, and I build and ship shipping containers that you can put in as a rental property in your backyard. It takes us less than 30 days and is cheaper than anybody else in the market, so that you can have a rental property in your backyard ready to go tomorrow, right? As you guys, it's hard for me to understand and put together in minutes, but this is it. Cool. So now we need to add value with giving. So what's one of the favorite parts about your business that you're going to build as a giving initiative into it?
Okay, so I've got a little piece of it, but I still need your help. So I'm not quite there yet, but I'll at least fire away. So I'm in the real estate space. We buy a lot of apartment buildings. I have a lot of people that are out there that are intrigued by this. So what I'm doing is like an affiliate type of thing for anybody that refers somebody over and they end up buying, call it a $35,000 tiny home. They get $1,000. Of that $1,000, 800 goes in their pocket, 200 goes to their charity of choice. That's a way, because my big thing is I want to help spur them on to learn how to just give back and get a taste of it. But then I also want to figure out how I can take something from my proceeds and also do the same and connect with other charities that help solve the affordable housing or help bring financial literacy to individuals. Cool.
We're going to stick with affordable housing, and we're going to use a charity called Homed, because that's what we briefly talked about the other day. And I'm gonna encourage guys. So here's some of the coaching on this. You give an $800 referral, and 200 is going to go to charity of their choice. The framing on that is I just need to figure out the math here. So we offer this is how I would say it, Aaron. There's a few different ways you can say this, but it's like, and one of the cool things is that we have a referral program, is that if you want, we'll do cash for $800. We'll give you an $800 referral for anybody you send over. But if you want to donate that $800, we'll add $200 to it, and we'll make it $1,000 donation to your charity of choice.
Ooh.
Right? Instead of breaking it out and saying we're going to take $200 of your referral and move it over to a charity, some people might not want that. So we say, hey, if you're interested, you can take the $800, right, that you're interested in getting, or if you want to donate that, we'll add $200 onto it, and we'll donate $1,000 to your charity of choice. So you, instead of splitting it up and saying I'm taking money away from your referral and donating it for you, you say, hey, you're just going to get $800. That's the exact amount that we just talked about. Or the $1,000 of what you were going to initially give away is as a donation. So anybody can do that right now. If you offer a referral package, take a few $100s off or X amount off the top of it, give the bottom half. So that's just like the total amount is $1,000 you're planning to give away for a referral. That's great. $800 goes to them, $200 goes to charity. Well, why don't you just offer them $800 and then $1,000 if they're willing to make an impact, right?
So good. Love it.
So we can do that. $1,000 to affordable housing. Cool. And why is affordable housing passionate for you?
Yeah, so I haven't gotten there, in all fairness. I just know that we have a major issue, and I really am about impact. And even with all of what spurred that on is even with the apartment buildings that we buy, we're super community driven and not slumlord ownership. And when you see the hearts of these people, that when we create this community of just love and really embracing them, like they're so incredibly grateful. And once I got a taste of that, of the true desire and love and appreciation of these hearts, I was like, let's go. Let's figure out how we can really hit this harder and make it more attainable for other people to create their own little cash cow versus not having enough money to come in and be an apartment building owner.
Cool. Here it is. So easy. So I'll just continue to walk through this. So that part of it would now become, and one of the things that's, one of the incredible things that comes with partnering with us is that we'll give you an $800 referral, but if you wanted to, we'll add an extra $200 and we'll donate $1,000 to your charity of choice. That's not going to work here. I'm going to have to change this just a smidgen. There's different ways to give, but for this sales script, we're just going to say that you donate $1,000 from every container that you sell. So, hey, my name's Aaron. I run this container company, and this is why we're the best at what we do, and this is the fast we deliver. And one of the amazing things is that we donate $1,000 from every container home that we put onto a property to affordable housing to an organization called Homed. And the reason why that's so passionate to me is because I've spent so much time in the real estate industry, and I know one of the hardest things to deal with is affordable housing, and that people aren't actually going out and solving the problem because the government grants are making it very hard for people to get to the next step. And when I partner with a place like Homed, they actually help people get into housing and get more involved in X. So what I would do here is I'd only spend 10 minutes building that sentence up to get it clear and concise. And then we go into the deliverable of, so would you be interested in not only getting a container house for your property and having income in 30 days, but also partnering with me on helping solve the low income housing property problems, right? So if I can put that into a sentence for you, be like, hey, what's up? My name's Aaron. And one of the most amazing, what we do is we build and ship shipping containers for people to have affordable housing on their properties. And in less than 30 days, we can have you a low priced, ready for you product that you could have producing income for you today or in 30 days. And one of the most amazing things is that we donate $1,000 from every home that we sell to the low income housing industry. And that's so passionate to me because I'm in real estate and I see so many problems with low income housing, and all I want to do is support them. And I just found that now I have a way to do it. By every shipping container that I sell, I get to support an organization called Homed, which helps get more people into actual housing instead of just getting grants from the government. So are you interested in getting a container house put in your home that can get you income tomorrow, and also partnering with me on helping solving the low income housing crisis?
Love it. I love it.
Walking through that. So did everyone, I like to see people's faces. Did everyone understand what we did there? We found the product, we found the service, then we created why it was important, or the giving initiative. We talked about it, and then we created the partnership on the back end. This is something that I normally spend days with people on. I'm trying to just show you what you can create here. So Mike and Corey, let's go with you guys, some real estate agents.
Hey, real quick, Randy, I'd love to connect
Yes.
with you before I launch I'm doing a live webinar on January 25th, and I want to make sure we
Okay.
have this nice and tight in. So
Absolutely.
All right.
100%.
Thank you.
Mike and Corey, let's go.
Hey, how you doing, Randy?
Absolutely amazing. So what's I'm assuming we're going to talk about some real estate agent work, but what would you guys like to work on? What's your product and what's your service?
So, I mean, ideally, our product and service is us and selling you on real estate, but we want to kind of be able to advertise in a way that says, you know, when you choose to work with us, you're choosing to also give, because, you know, a portion of our commission would go towards that. And since we're with a cloud-based brokerage, there's a recruiting downline as well.
Right.
So we kind of want to, on the recruiting side of things, let people know that if they're coming to work kind of on our team, on our downline, that a portion of their downline income that we make off them is also going towards something.
Absolutely. It's going to be so great. So share my screen here so we can just walk through it all together. Oh God. My computer I just got a brand new MacBook Air, and it is the slowest thing I've ever used. I don't know what's going on with it. It is slower than my old one. I can't even scroll through my screen. So you guys will just have to wait a sec while this loads. So let's just go through this then. So, hey, we're Mike and Corey, and we are real estate agents in I think it's the Calgary area. Is that where you are?
Yeah.
Hey, so we're Mike and Corey, and we are real estate agents in the Calgary area, and we specialize in working with real estate investors on getting their first income property. That we'll just play with me here, but let's just call that, right? You guys can put in whatever you want. Great. So now we have who you are and why you're the best at what you do, right? Hey, we're Mike and Corey, and we work with real estate people that want to buy real estate in Calgary. And the reason why people love working with us is because we specialize in helping real estate investors get into their first income property. And we've got a bunch of properties ourselves, so we know exactly how to speak the language, right? So that's those two. Then we add value with giving. So then you might say something like, and one of our most amazing, and one of my favorite things about our business is that for every house we sell, we donate $500 to. So where do you guys want to donate to?
I think, well, we've done work with Habitat in the past, but to sort of build on the whole affordable housing, just because it's a nice fit with real estate. And then we also, I mean, our dogs are kind of our mascots, and everyone knows that we're in love with our animals. And so, you know, if we had two, it would sort of be something to address the affordable housing, and then also shelters or pet stuff.
This is perfect. This is where I wanted everyone to see. If you guys are indecisive about where you want to support, you'll never want to talk about it. I'm going to encourage you right now to get clear on one thing to start with that you are passionate about. Not what aligns with your business, but one thing you're passionate about. Because when you speak with passion, you light up. It is radiant through you. So you guys just talked about your dogs, right? Let's just use pets as an example here. Look at Corey, I just said dog and your face was just like lit up. Great, cool. So let's just say you donate $500 from every transaction to animal shelter. What in dogs would excite you? Is it feeding them? Is it housing them? Is it adopting them? Is it what in the giving space excites you?
Well, all of the above. I think adoption, that's always like to see that going on.
Yeah, SPCA2 dogs get adopted. And why is that special to you? Why are dogs so passionate to you?
They're just amazing creatures that, you know, they live every day just to please you. It's the most unconditional love you can have from any creature on the planet is your dog. So
Absolutely. That's perfect. Remember exactly what you just said, Mike. And so are you. You guys are going to do this. You guys are going to walk through. I'm trying to be fast here because I only have 2 minutes, but I'm going to read you the pitch and then I want you guys to say it back to me. Okay, so just remember this and make notes of this as we go through. Hey, you don't need the top part. Hey, we're Mike and Corey and we're real estate agents, and we specialize in helping first-time investors get into their first rental properties. But one of the most amazing things that we're passionate about is that for every property we sell, we donate $500 to our local SPCA to help dogs get adopted. And why that's so special to us is because dogs are amazing creatures, and I just love living with them every day. And we want to bring more joy to people that want dogs and helping them get adopted. So would you be interested in not only getting some of the best service from professional real estate people, but joining us in our mission to help more dogs get adopted in this world? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your guys' turn. Well, we'll just go through. So who are you and what do you do?
We're Mike and Corey, and we sell real estate in the Calgary area.
And what makes you so special or different?
We're really passionate about our business model that allows us to give back.
Follow the script of what I just walked you guys through. We're trying to make it very
Oh.
simple here. So here's who we are and here's what we do. And we're the best. And I just used an example for you guys, but if you want to say something like, and we're the best at what we do because we help real estate investors get into their first income property, right? We're trying to create simple for now, right?
Right. Okay.
So let's just walk through that again. Who are you and why are you the best at what you do?
We're Mike and Corey, and we're realtors in the Calgary area. We are the best at what we do because we help people get into investment real estate by starting their portfolios.
Amazing. That's it, guys. That's all you have to do. That is your product and service, and that allows me to know who you are and what you do. Then we'll go into the third section here, which you add value with giving. So then you go into this, and why do you love what you do for the impact that it makes? Your turn.
We love what we do because real estate can be a game changer for families and generations. We love helping people get into real estate to change lives.
So for the impact that you want to make, this is where we say, and one of the things we love about our business is that for every home we sell, we donate $500 to the SPCA.
Sorry, I'm not following the script.
That's okay. I'm doing this quick with you guys. On the next one, I'm actually going to go through one business and do this fully. I do have to make sure we end here because I do want to make sure everyone gets out of this.
Mhm.
But let's just quickly go through and finish this. So hit that line with me. One of my most favorite things is that we donate $500 from every property we buy to the SPCA.
Yeah, so one of our most favorite things about our business is that for every deal we do, we're able to donate $500 to the local SPCA to help dogs get adopted.
And why is that passionate to you?
And dogs getting adopted is passion for us because our dogs bring us so much joy and unconditional love, and we just want to be able to share that with other people.
So how can people, so then the closing deal is, what's your closing statement of inviting people to get the real estate services you offer and the partnership in helping you with dogs?
I lost there.
So then it'd be, and so would you be interested in not only getting some of the best real estate investment, or would you be interested in me having support you in buying your house, but also partnering with us on helping get more dogs adopted from the SPCA?
Mm-hmm.
So walk through that line quickly.
So if you're interested in getting some of the best real estate around, as well as joining us in our mission to help get more animals adopted, we'd love to work with you.
Beautiful. Lots of incredible stuff came from that call, guys. I don't know if you watched what just happened, but that's what it takes to go through this 15 times. Who are you and what do you do? What are you the best at? What impact do you want to make from your business? So what are you donating? What is your donation line? And why is that passionate to you? And then how do you close the deal by inviting them to join you in your impact that you're making? Okay, so I'm going to send the sales script out to all of you, but I would love for you all to practice it. And I'll also send the recording out as well. But I want you guys to practice that. Who are you and what do you do? My name's Corey, and I'm a real estate agent up here in Calgary. And one of the things that I do that I'm the best at, again, you can frame this however you want. One of the things that we specialize in is helping first-time investors get into their first income property. But one of the other amazing things that's great about our business is that we donate $500 from every transaction we do to the local SPCA, which helps 5 dogs get adopted. And that's so passionate to us because we have our dogs right here. Look at, they're right here. How amazing are they? They bring us so much joy every single day in our life. And that's why we're so passionate about doing it. So would you be interested in having us come in and be your real estate agent and making sure that you get taken care of, get the best home, and don't get screwed over by somebody else, but also partnering with us on helping get more dogs adopted from the SPCA? That's the script. Okay. I love you guys. These training calls are going to become more and more consistent like this, that after we leave these calls, you'll be adding it. Melissa, I didn't get to you, but I would love to work on yours. I know yours is going to be great as well. So I want to make sure we continue to do these. I hope everybody got something from this call, right? I think everybody could take something away from what we just walked through. Work on that script. Send me messages in the Facebook group, send me anything, and I'll be able to support you with them. So love you all. Thank you so much. Great call. And I look forward to seeing you next week on Tuesday when we have Kevin from Give a Mile coming in to share about the impact he's making in the world. Guys, you do not want to miss that call. He is going to share some of the most incredible stories from the impact that we made as a group for the flights that we bought. So thank you all. Love you. And we'll talk to you soon.